Last episode, the Bengals rolled the Ravens with the majoritively rookie roster.
When asked what it was like being reunited with Coach Brady in an interview, quarterback Aiden Walters says he's extremely lucky to be in such a comfortable setting to begin his professional career.
The Bengals attempt to bolster the secondary with Houston coming to town here in Week 2.
And we're going to hop right into today's highlights to see the action that took place. First play of the game, short handoff to Devon Bush. Next play, though, pressure gets to Aiden Walters. He throws it up, and it's picked deep by Houston. Houston takes advantage of that with a TD, but missed the extra point. Deep throw on the next drive to P.J. Marquette for 27 yards. That's why he was the first overall pick in the draft, ladies and gentlemen. Then Jesse Browning showing off his stiff arm strength, putting a man down. Devon Bush going to do that a few plays later. Another deep throw to P.J. Marquette, and then they just kind of going to go to him every play, it seems, till Devon Bush takes the glory of the drive. Look at that spike to top it all off. Houston scores, goes for 2 to try to make it a 7-point game. Can't quite do it. And then we're going to see Jesse Browning, P.J. Marquette again with another catch and a stiff arm. Jesse Browning coming up with another one. Aiden Walters going to rush it in for his first TD of the day. And Houston's going to take it right down the field, score it themselves, and finally get themselves a 2-point conversion.
And now P.J. Marquette over the middle, showing off his athleticism. And they go right back to him, showing you how valuable he is to this team.
Jesse Browning going to break a tackle, get a 14-yard gain, leading Adrian Walter to his second rushing TD of the game, just getting over the line. Houston with another TD and 2-point score to finally get it to an even 7 game. And we're going to see Jesse Browning and P.J. Marquette take it off again, capping a drive with P.J. Marquette's first touchdown in the league. Houston making it downfield, scoring again, extra point, no problem this time. We're going to see Marquette open off this drive. Devin Bush coming up with a catch, and then this deep throw to Marquette, picked off by Houston, taken all the way back to the house for a TD. 42-28 currently. Marquette over the middle early in the fourth quarter. We're going to see Marquette get a few catches on this drive. And then right here, we're going to see Devin Bush get into the end zone. And everything's looking like it could be a comeback. We saw an onside kick attempt by Cincinnati fail. Houston scored quickly. And then right here, another attempt in the fourth quarter. Jesse Browning fumbling that one. Last play of the game to Marquette. The final score, Houston 56, Cincinnati 35. Pressure gets to Cincinnati's young team in fourth quarter. You know, we got quite a few things to talk about today. First off, P.J. Marquette injury, and then P.J. Marquette award, and then Dedrick Qualls caught on camera fighting at a nightclub. What's up with that? And we're going to hop right into our Week 3 highlights between the Bengals and Packers. Early on, we had some throws between Jesse Browning and Devon Bush. Aiden Walton had to also get some things going with his own legs. Early touchdown there by Jesse Browning. There was no deep threat considering P.J. Marquette was out with a shoulder injury. He'll be out for 2 more games after this as well. So Browning really had to step up. Great thing he was really showing those sure hands. Milling coming up big with a field goal. Stayed perfect through this week. Bush was a real big problem for the Green Bay Packers defense out of the backfield. Browning was always showing up, but Bush was just really getting the ball into the end zone in the red zone as much as they needed to. Browning showing off his muscles and catching ability. Devon Bush getting down so that they can score quickly as possible. But the Packers stayed true and tough, constantly scoring.
It's very clear that the Packers and Cincinnati are going to go to the wire.
Goes to the end zone there. Touchdown to Jesse Browning here. And then right here, the Packers kept it on the ground, came up short, risked it, tried to put the game in their defensive hands by punting it. But Aiden Walton and Jesse Browning going to close the game out. Game over. Packers lose to Cincinnati 31-28. Young Cincinnati roster continues to impress. Breaking news coming at you live from the Midnight Dojo Sports Network studios, brought to you by the NightbirdApothecary.com. Michael Reddick, former offensive lineman for the Patriots, former offensive lineman for the Pittsburgh Steelers, has been traded from the Pittsburgh Steelers to the Cincinnati Bengals for a second-round draft pick. Michael Reddick brings a veteran leadership to the Bengals locker room that some could argue that they've needed. I mean, I just don't know why they gotta pester the guy. Brian Milling, great kicker. If he has a thing for Charger cheerleaders, let him have his thing.
Brady's Bengals take on the in-division rival Browns here in Week 4.
Browns took advantage of their first possession of the game, put some points on the board. Bengals tried to respond but stalled out. After an incomplete pass on third down, Brian Milling kick up, no good, his first miss of the season. Browns get a touchdown right back, but they don't get the extra point. Bengals try to drive down the field. Jesse Browning, real story of this game, probably the MVP player of this game, had a ton of catches. Devon Bush getting in the end zone 1 of 3 times for him today. His initial burst of speed out of the backfield is really unexpected for a player that fell as far back in the draft as he did. Right here, we're going to see the Browns score, go for a 2-pointer, don't make it, doesn't matter. Bengals give them the ball right back. Brownie's unable to take advantage of that one, have to settle for a field goal. Things are not looking good for the Bengals, but trying to drive down the field quick. Quick little play, get them a little closer in field goal range. Milling does put this one through from 45. Cleveland kicking it off to Cincinnati to start the second half. The Bengals trying to go downfield. Jesse Browning in traffic here. Play after play, catch after catch for him down the sideline right here, down the middle of the field here, getting them deeper in the red zone here. Devon Bush with the amazing extra effort to dive inside the pylon for the TD, his second of the day. Mario Hull getting a sack on Cleveland's quarterback, forcing them to punt it back to Cincinnati. Cincinnati looking like they're about to make an epic comeback to get back in this game. Right here we see Jesse Browning getting a 4th and 1 conversion. Then deep down the field to Browning again. He had to be the MVP of today's game with all the catches he had. Another TD capping off this drive. He definitely deserves it. Cleveland scoring again. Back to Browning, and then right here, a crazy little misfit of a play. Bush rocks from behind, fumbles the ball. Luckily recovered by Cincinnati. We're lucky the refs didn't call this one a forward lateral. Cincinnati maintains possession. And then right here, another weird little play with Bush getting tackled by the legs of a defender. And then right here, trying to force it into the end zone. Can't do it through the air. Bush gets it in on the ground. Going for 2 to avoid overtime. And Browning pulls it down. Now that was one heck of a game. Aiden Walters, 37 of 44, 350 yards, 3 tutties, 1 pick. Devon Bush got in the end zone 3 times. He did put the ball on the turf 1 time, though. Browning, 26 catches for 275 yards, 21 being his longest. That's incredible. Reddick was the man of the day. You can tell the fans really like him. 5 confirmed blocks, no sacks allowed. And Mario Hull may have definitely gotten one of the biggest plays of the game with that sack, keeping Cleveland from putting points on the board. And, it's just great to see a young team like this stay in the game despite mistakes and get a win. A hard-fought battle. Don't forget, this broadcast of Midnight Dojo Sports Network brought to you by thenightbirdapothecary.com. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe. See ya.